God is not pleased with none of this foolishness going on. Look, pride, selfishness, rebellion against God, and arrogant ego. Man has desired from the beginning of time to try to be like God. The devil got kicked out of heaven. Like, how you already in heaven and getting kicked out? Like, I'm already here. Like, why would I do something stupid to leave here? But the devil know it's no way back to heaven. So of course he's working overtime. He is working overtime just to make sure that our souls don't go. And you are the gatekeeper. You yourself, like I'm the gatekeeper of this avatar, you're the gatekeeper of your avatar. So you have to pray. You have to know God's word. You have to keep yourself from becoming sinful, from becoming evil, from walking with the rest of the world. Let me tell you something. The doors to hell gonna be so wide open, it's gonna be a big tunnel. But in heaven, I'm trying to tell you, gonna be one little slight, cause it's too many people being misled, too many people being misguided. And all this, it's time out. You got these prophets and pastors and stuff. We're talking about some money and running around the church and bring $500. It's time out for lying and foolishness. It is time for the real deal. Now, you can believe me or not, but as one of God's prophets, I'm here and I'm warned. I'm standing in the gaps for you all. Let me tell you, I really am, and I hope you guys are listening to me because I'm taking notes. I'm reading. I'm really doing everything I can to make sure that I'm hearing from God so I can give you guys as much of instructions as possible because we are in war and it's going to be mass destruction. And if we don't prepare, I mean, like, we not finna make it, y'all. Like, y'all ain't finna make it because I'm promised God regardless because whether I'm in this body or not, I'm going with God. It don't matter to me. So y'all just gonna have to make a choice. You know, either you want to be with God or with the devil, but you can't stand in between. It's no time. Time is over. And if you out in the streets, you know, and you thinking that's gonna be a way out, that's not, because they gonna get you. Too many securities, camera stuff. So ain't no more thugging, ain't no more drugging. AI finna get ready. You know, it's computers taking over. Like, this thing bigger than us, you guys. This thing is totally bigger than us. They trying to distract you. Like, you're being distracted for a bigger purpose because they finna bring the destruction. Like, it's really finna be destruction. I know you think that the government is for you. I know you think that, you know, your favorite people, you know, these big people out here, they telling you the truth. Money is not, just because somebody has money and they got a big house and a nice car, that don't mean that they are God or that they telling you the truth and that God is with them. The devil bless his people too. The devil bless his disciples too. He make them look good for a moment. Don't forget, he offered Jesus a lot of stuff, baby, after his 40-day fast. He offered him the earth and all this stuff. But see, the devil can only give you a delusion. He can only give you for a set amount of time because that's all he has, a set amount of time. So he can only deceive you and play games with you, but he can't really offer you anything because his life is doomed, you know, for all eternity. And see, that's the thing. I'm warned for you guys' soul, you know, more than anything. Yeah, I want you to have a good life here on earth. So please pray and ask God for discernment and ask him for discerning too of spirits, so you can see people for who they really are, because you're going to have to see people for who they really are. And especially for God's prophets, like, this is a time of war of the prophets. Like, really, you have God's prophets who are saying this is what it is, and then you have the devil's prophets with a F, PROFITS, prophets. They just out here for a profit. I don't think they care about is your money, what they can gain, how big they houses, how big they cars, what can they get. listen, you're going to know God's prophet. God is going to reveal them to you. You're going to not only know them by their fruit, but by their root. And sometimes you just can't look at a person. Like I say, don't just look at a person for their outside just because of age or because of money or because they have a whole lot. They got, you're going to have to really discern these spirits. These are spirits we're dealing with. We are in a spiritual warfare, you guys, and I really pray that you guys are listening to me. You go and pray. You sit down and you talk to God, and you really get this, because if not, you're gonna get caught up in the matrix. You're gonna get caught up in destruction, and it's gonna be bad. It really is. Like, it really is. I mean, because God is not pleased. And he's showing himself. Like, he is really showing himself. But the devil also is showing himself. If you're paying attention, you'll see all these things that are going on around you, these demonic, satanic things that are happening. And they have to be fulfilled before God even come back. So that means all hell is finna break loose. That means phantom, disasters, wars. Like, you guys, please hear me. Please get this. I mean, for real. And if you burning sage, stop. You just offering demons to come into your house. I know a lot of people got this thing about burning sage. I don't know where that come from. And somebody gave me some sage one time, and just not thinking about it, I went and lit it up in my house. I had a house on the West Coast at the time. I was living on the West Coast. And I remember somebody gave me this little sage, and I got my little sage, and I'm talking about, yeah, I'm going to burn me some sage and give me some good spirit. And that day, I burnt that sage. I didn't feel good all that day after I burnt that sage. But that night is when I knew I had screwed up. My daughter woke me up, and my daughter told me that there's a spirit. There's a something standing right there. And she kept saying there's something standing right there. And I'm like, there's nothing standing. She said, yes, it is. It's floating. There. You hear me? Y'all ain't hearing me. Like, the devil is walking this earth. He is roaming back and forward, trying to devour whoever he can. So if you think the devil is walking this earth, you don't think he got little minions walking this earth? Just like God has soldiers. You don't think the devil got soldiers walking this earth? You don't, and we in spiritual warfare. You don't think there are spirits attacking? You don't think there's things rising? Think. Only thing you doing is opening up a portal, open up a gateway to the pits of hell. You're conjuring up something. When you light up sage, for all you sage people, stop it. Because when you're lighting up sage, only thing you're doing is calling the devil. You calling some spirits you don't want to be done. And all these old numbers and horoscopes and angel number. God gave us 3 numbers. 666. That's the only number you should be worried about. And make sure you don't be involved with it or getting it. Other than that, if you going to worry about some numbers, the numbers you need to be worried about is these synthetic things they got going on, and the stuff you letting your children watch on these TV shows and these concerts and these rappers and singers that you allowing to manipulate your children and teach your children how to kill themselves and sacrifice each other and be gay and teaching the girls that they don't need a man and to this and that. Let me tell you. Y'all done side up with this independent stuff and foolishness. Don't y'all let these people fool y'all, because guess what? Let me tell y'all a secret that y'all may not even know. All them women that told y'all, let's be independent. I'm an independent woman. No, they not. They married. They got husbands, and they are not independent. All these women y'all see on TV that's up there